Hey everybody, this is Herschel from High School Top 200, and we've reached the top 10 of our national rankings for 2018. And remember, this is just to start the season. Obviously, all of it's going to change, but what I have at number 10 is I have Napier Boys High School. Now, when Napier went on their trip to South Africa, I kind of saw it as a opportunity for them to sort of learn how to be as a team and what it's like as a squad, and also what it's probably like to play South African teams. I think with them going over, it's probably taught them like a pretty big lesson as well of maybe how travel is, the different styles, the different body types, different player types, and things like that. And I know that they weren't really happy with that much of their performance over there, and after seeing them come back, I can kind of understand that, and I understand where they're coming from with the way that they left South Africa. Because watching it from here, I personally thought they should have done better, and then listening to some of them and talking to some of them, what they said is kind of the same thing. Is that they knew that they were a lot better than what they played. They just didn't understand why they couldn't reach it and get there. And I could probably understand too, because you're in a different country, all of this new experience, and even though they're there for rugby, they probably weren't that much focused on rugby either. I mean, just the different crowds, different temperatures, different just different culture, things like that. So I can understand that. Like I don't blame them for that kind of stuff. That's understandable. So on seeing them come back, I guess I think they're still a top 10 team. I think with Tyrone there, being their leader from the front, and what he can do, I still think that I still think he's a New Zealand secondary school type of player. I think he's in that caliber. He's got Jaden Walker and also Patrick Teddy there as well. Jacob Ward's the other one who's Jacob Ward looks like a massive lock blindside kind of player, but they seem to be playing out prop. I kind of don't understand it. I think that he should be a blindside or a lock, but Jacob Ward's in there as a prop. They got Frank Lahore. Josh Gibbler is like Josh, Sam Henderson, and Luke Russell as their loose forward trio. I think is pretty good. Like, I do like them. I do like the style in which they play. I kind of think Josh Ward will be a bit of a better pick. I think just because of his body and how tall he is, because he's about 6'4", I think he is as a prop, and he's really tall. And he's not like a big prop. He's like really, he kind of just looks slim as a prop. So I don't know. They've got something there that they're preparing for him. So whatever they got worked out, we'll probably see it throughout the year. I think Angus Kilmeister as well, as well as Keegan, Christian Goss. I think those two are really good pairing at 9 and 10. Angus being a younger player as well, like I actually think he is. I think I missed him out on year 11s. I think he should have been my top 60 year 11 last year, along with Jaden Walker, like a couple of guys that I missed out. But Angus is a pretty sharp player. I actually really like him as a player too. So he's probably one that I'll be watching for. Leo Thompson is probably going to be the guy with Henry Williams. See, I don't know. Like, they had Henry Williams at fullback and Keegan in first five. But I actually think Henry Williams is better as a first five. So I actually think that they should probably swap them around. But we'll see how this year goes. I mean, obviously they know more. I just think that that's just what I would do anyway. But Leo Thompson, Jaden Stock is going to be at the back as well, which I think is a pretty smart move for now. Jaden's going to be is going to have to learn a little bit more from Leo and sort of follow Leo and what he does, and just sort of play off him a bit, and just hope for the best once he gets the ball in his hands and things like that. But then that's where Henry Williams is there, and Keegan's going to be there. So like guys like that will help him out as a year 11. Like I said in the other ones that contain Super 8 teams, is that this competition is really hard this year. All the teams are pretty close together. I don't think that there's like a big difference between. There's not a big gap between all of those teams put together. Even with the Tauranga game and how it turned out tonight, I still think once it gets into season again, like it still will be different. But Napier boys is going to be one of those that will probably challenge for the top. It's going to be interesting to see how they go when it starts getting into the year and they start playing other teams from Wellington and that, and then seeing how they manage with those kind of teams as well. Getting into that Hurricanes top 4 is going to be pretty hard as well, because they're going to have to try and go through Hastings boys, and just at this stage I don't think that they're better than Hastings boys. Maybe at the end of the year, but right now I just don't think so. But if they can get that far, they're going to have a strong team. They're going to be a pretty strong team if they do get that far. But like I said, there's Hastings still there to go. Silverstream will probably be still there to go, as well as Palmy, like guys like that. So I think I actually think Napier's going to do pretty good this year, and it's going to be I'm going to be keen to see how Luke Russell and Sam Henderson turn out. I'll be watching closely on Jaden Walker, and also Angus and Jaden, and Tyrone I still think is a New Zealand secondary school player. He's going to have to fight it out with those other 4 hookers as well, to see who the top is. But I think he's pretty up there as well. That's my review of Napier Boys High top 10. Peace.